Hello and welcome to the first episode of the For the Fans Media Company. I am joined by my co-host Gaven Tony. What's going on, Gavin?
Doing good, man. How you doing?
Doing good. I'm excited to look into it. Look, we're gonna get the quality up for all these videos eventually, but for now we're just gonna start, pop out some content before the NFL season starts, and just see what happens. So we got the NFL predictions. We're gonna go through all our division winners. We're gonna go through the playoffs. We're gonna see who Gavin's got for the Super Bowl. And this will be a good video to look back on at the end of the year and see how right I was, how wrong Gavin was about everything.
No, you're God. I've known you for a year. You were never right.
Bro, what are you talking about?
What do you mean we're gonna talk about? You're never right.
How? I've gotten both Super Bowls in the last 2 years.
Stop it.
I hit the Bucks before they made before the playoffs even started.
Stop. First of all, there's Greek biases. Move your head this way. Move your head out the way. That's why he picked the Bucks.
Okay.
That's why. And
what is that?
Hold on. And then he was talking about I'm always right. Con, didn't I tell you to, I don't know, bet on North Carolina when we all were betting that day?
I don't think so.
Yes. Okay. You never remember. Okay, that's fine.
I don't.
That's fine. You never remember. That's fine. Go ahead. All right.
Let's start with the AFC.
Okay.
You want to go first? You want me to go first?
Go ahead. Since I'm always wrong, go ahead.
We'll start with the AFC East. I'll start bottom to top. I'll go bottom to top. For me, this is pretty easy division. Maybe the middle two are a little more difficult, but Jets are going to finish bottom. I mean, first of all, they lost Zach Wilson just now for how many weeks? 4 weeks? Something. Not too long, but the beginning of the season, right?
Mm-hmm.
Joe Flacco. Is it Flacco leading? I mean, it's bad over there. It's bad. It's always been bad. It's bad. They're finishing last. Next is tough because Miami is a sneaky, people are on them this year. I'm not on them. I don't like them. I'm taking them to go third. New England second. But it's very, very close. It's very close. And Buffalo's going to win this division probably by 4 games or 5 games. This is the easiest division I think to predict in the entire thing. So what do you think?
First of all, Con, you were absolutely wrong with some things. I'm going to tell you why.
Go ahead.
Number one, I agree with you. The Jets were going to be a basement team, whether Zach Wilson was there or wasn't there. Okay, that's just the Jets. I had the Patriots coming in after.
I can see it. It's not too far-fetched.
The reason why is no one understands how much James White means to that offense. Now you don't got James White there no more. Also, Josh McDaniels is a Raider. He's the head coach of the Raiders. And you know who's calling the offensive plays in New England?
I don't know.
Neither do I. It's between Joe Judge or Matt Patricia, who had no success. I mean, think about this, Kyle. Joe Judge ran wing T QB sneak on their own 9.
They did run that.
They did on their own 9. That was his offense experience. And then Matt Patricia had Matt Stafford and couldn't win any games. So I don't want to hear anything about the New England Patriots. Great. Mac Jones, whatever.
Listen, I don't think New England's anything special at all. I just think Bill's going to control that fiasco. It's not going to be like how.
Okay, Bill will control that fiasco, but we can't forget who are the people controlling. Bill's defense will always be Bill's defense. All right, it's always been that way. Always will be. But I'm telling you, if you have a guy that had Matt Stafford who couldn't win a game, and then you turn around and then you add a guy that ran wing T or wing whatever the QB sneak on their own 9 to get 1 yard to get some room, that offense is going to be that heroic. Just a travesty. Now, coming at number 2, at the Miami Dolphins. For this reason only. You got to win at some point, right? So you have to hit a pass. You have 2 of the fastest wide receivers in the league. I don't know, Tyreek Hill needs to get tested, but he's been talking crazy about Pat Mahomes. So that's why I'm so excited to see Tua Tagovailoa actually hit a pass, baby.
I'm not a Tua guy at all.
Neither. Look. I never said I was. But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And then they got Teron Armstead right from the Saints. You have offensive line, the defense is going to be fantastic with Byron Jones and Xavier Howard in the crew, and leading the secondary charge, the Jerome Baker in the linebackers position. You have the tools to win games. I'm not a big fan of the head coach. I really still think that Brian Flores should have been there because he wasn't a loser's coach. He went to playoffs once with Ryan Tannehill as the command.
Mhm.
But Con, when you look at it like this, is at some point you have to win. This is Tua's job to lose. This is Tua's year to lose. Not saying, but I mean, it's like we say about Jalen Hurts. You have to perform at some point. They got Raheem Mostert and a whole bunch and a bunch of running backs in the backfield.
A lot of running backs.
The coaches from the Kyle Shanahan tree. At some point, it has to work. I'm putting them at 2, and I think me and you are in agreement when it comes to Bills being at 1. That's the best team in the AFC, arguably. You can put.
Agreed. Hey, I'll ask you this: do you think Miami's a playoff team?
Playoff aspiration. They can be. Okay, there's teams that can be playoff teams, and there's teams that are playoff teams.
Yeah.
They can be a playoff team, but it's all what number 1 does under center.
So here's what I think.
Okay.
First of all, I'm not a Mac Jones guy at all.
Yeah.
Never. I don't see it. They win with their defense. They're tougher than you. That's how they're going to win games.
Or Damian Harris, 47 times.
Yeah, sure. They remember when they run that Bills game last year where they ran the ball 50 times?
Yeah.
That's New England football right now without Brady. Tua he's got all the tools in the world. He has no excuses.
Gesicki, who I know you were not a big fan of picking him, all right? Look, the fantasy football league we're in, ladies and gentlemen, they all hated on me for having Gesicki. I don't understand why. He's such a nice piece. But, come on.
Tua. I hate Tua. I can't do it. I don't think he's a good quarterback.
I understand that, but I'm just saying, when you look at the pieces he has, at some point it has to work.
Yeah.
We said the same thing about Jalen Hurts. You got all these pieces. It has to work. I mean, come on.
Nah, I don't know.
Okay.
Listen, he's got a system. I don't know if he has the coaching. It's tight. Honestly, I think there's one team out of in the playoffs in this division. That's it.
One team.
One team.
I see one for sure team and a potential team. And
I will say, New England. There's a certain range they can go in. They're either going to be one last wild card spot in or out. They're right in that middle range. They're not going to be anything special. They're not going to win 12, 13 games, not even close. Okay. Miami, if Tua has a massive turnaround, has a lot higher ceiling than New England. But that's as far as it goes for me. I don't think either of them are that good. They don't have either. I don't believe in either quarterback. I think it's just the Bills division, and that's it.
Alabama products, and that makes you scared for Bryce Young, and I'm a big fan of him.
Listen, that's it. They have the easiest job in college. Then you get to the NFL, all of a sudden, it's not so easy.
That's fine. I agree.
All right, let's go to the AFC North. You want to start with this one?
I do.
This is a good one. I like this.
This is a great division. Now, under the circumstances that Deshaun Watson actually played a full year, this is a division that it can come down to every team except for one. Coming in at last, I hate to do this, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
It's tough.
The Pittsburgh Steelers are coming in at last only because I'm not a Mitchell Trubisky guy. Kon, fun fact.
Mm-hmm.
2 fun facts.
Yeah.
Mitchell Trubisky, I met him personally. All right, great guy. Caught a touchdown pass for him. Great ball.
Really?
Yeah, I did.
Cool.
And then another fun fact, his wife, right, went to my high school.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, so
you're the Trubisky guy then all the way around.
But look, I have to be honest.
Yeah.
He's gonna give him a shot, but the next team I have above him is Cleveland. It's because that defense is still there. They're going to run the ball with Nick Chubb. Jacoby Brissett is not that bad. I keep telling people he's not bad. He's not a guy that's going to go out there and win you games, but they're going to be competitive.
Mm-hmm.
I have Cincinnati come in second, only because is Joe Burrow actually going to be able to stand upright? That's what I have a question for. I mean, it's kind of hard. I mean, we saw it personally. Jamar Chase is, I mean, that's going to be a top 5 wide receiver this year. But teams know about Jamar Chase now. T. Higgins is nice. Tyler Boyd is nice. Joe Mixon is nice. That offensive line is still atrocious. I know they got Lyle Collins and a few other pieces, but are they going to actually work? I don't know.
Underrated defense. We saw that last year.
Underrated defense for sure. But there's no stopping Lamar Jackson. There's no stopping Big Trust. He didn't get a contract yet, which is dangerous for a mobile quarterback. Con, you could say it might be a little bit Ballman bias, a little bit Big Trust bias, but they were hurt last year. From training camp, they had the most ACL and
yeah. Oh yeah, and I mean Jackson especially, he was in and out the whole year.
In and out the whole year. So Con, I'm going with Baltimore this year. This is going to be a scary year, but they need to get Lamar Jackson wide receiver, a true one.
I agree with you. 4 for 4 in this division, all the way through. Pittsburgh. So people are going to be skeptical of Pittsburgh not making the playoffs just because they've made it how many years in a row now? Right? They always find a way.
They won't have a losing season though, because Mike Tomlin never has a losing season.
That's what I'm saying. They always go at least above 500. Trubisky isn't the worst quarterback you can have. And it's definitely a good coach to be playing under. Much better than the situation in Chicago. No matter what. I mean, listen, they got a decent core. With Deontay Johnson, great wide receiver. Chase Claypool, pretty good wide receiver.
Oh, stop it.
He's an idiot. Chase Claypool's an idiot, but he's not a bad receiver.
Okay, that's what.
Yeah.
We're on the same page. Okay.
Freiermuth, not too bad.
Najee
Najee Harris, good running back. So he's got the pieces, and he's got a good system in Pittsburgh, a successful winning franchise. But they're just not as good as the other teams in this division, I think.
The ball is going to be taken out of his hands. It's going to be more Najee. So shout out to the guy that traded Najee Harris.
Which is going to make it a lot easier for Mitch.
Yeah.
So then I'm going to go to Cleveland. I think they have a better roster than Pittsburgh, which is why I'm putting them third.
With or without Watson?
With or without Watson.
Okay.
With Watson, this team's contending more. They're not contending right now for the division, I would say. It's a two-team race. No, I don't think so. Without Watson, I don't think so. I do think they can, if they can survive, go 500, maybe a game below, game above. They can still fight for the wild card once Watson comes back. Week 12, right?
No, 11, 12. Yeah.
Yeah. So, listen, Kareem Hunt's still there, even though they want to trade him. Nick Chubb's a good running back. They have a tough defensive line, one of the best in the league. Myles Garrett, arguably the best defensive player in the league. I'll say it, even though I know Aaron Donald, but Garrett's up there nowadays. So I like Cleveland. They're going to run the ball. They're going to play defense. Once Watson comes back, watch out. But they're not going to win this division without Watson for the first 11 games of the season. I also have Cincinnati finishing second in this division. I think I'm not going to go out and say they were frauds last year.
They're not.
They didn't impress. They didn't have an impressive run to me as some people would say. I didn't think the Chiefs were as strong as some people were arguing last year.
You don't think?
No.
You don't think going to Tennessee and being the one? Okay.
I didn't believe in Tennessee.
To be fair, Tennessee was a fraud one. I'll give it to you, but you can't ignore who they beat. They beat Vegas at home. You go to Tennessee. I think the Chiefs game was where we found out they were legit. I think it's more or less the emergence of Jamar Chase than what we knew. Okay.
Yeah, listen, they came in unexpected. Obviously, incredible victory. I just think they weren't all that last year. I don't know.
Okay.
I think their defense is underrated, but it's not a top 10 defense.
Okay.
Their offense is good. Joe Burrow's still young. I like Baltimore better. Bengals are a good team. They're going to go to the playoffs, 100%. I like Baltimore better. Harbaugh's a great coach. Lamar is ready. He's tired of this. He's tired of it. He wants the division. He wants to explode this season. Lost Hollywood Brown. The system's so good he doesn't care.
Well, first of all,
Lamar's going to make it happen on his own.
First of all, I just want to say something for the Lamar Jackson fan club. Because I guess people is kind of one thing is everybody and my inner close to my friends will always say I defend Lamar Jackson. Did you see how bad Hollywood Brown was against the Lions last year, where he dropped two touchdowns?
Yeah, I did.
My gosh. Okay, I just want to make sure we're on the same page with that.
Listen, Lamar is overhated nowadays. He's overhated. Okay, he can run. Listen, he's never had the best weapons. He's got Mark Andrews as number one. Hollywood Brown should not be a number one receiver on a team, in my opinion. With the Ravens, you can make him look that way because he is the best. He was the best on the Ravens. he doesn't have the best receiving corps. After that, what is it? Rashad Bateman? I mean, come on.
Not even. It's now Devin Duvernay.
Yeah, Duvernay. Yeah.
Duvernay.
So Lamar makes it all happen on his own. That's a talent right there. You can't argue.
Dobbins, baby.
Yeah. And Dobbins is back. That's right. So they have a great defense. Definitely a top 10 defense in my opinion. Listen, I think it's their division. I don't know. I think the Bengals are going to be the favorite from the public point of view. And they're going to make the playoffs, but I think it's the Ravens division.
I will say this, Con, because there's two things we did miss on. We did forget about George Pickens. Okay. The NBA young boy of the NFL, and he embraces it now. He's gonna be nice, but it doesn't really change much. You can still gotta see what he has to do. He had a nice little preseason, but also to go into the Bengals.
Yeah,
Joe Burrow had a lot of games where the turnovers were just, oh my, like you know what I mean. There'll be games where you like, oh whoa, Joe, and then you're like, oh damn, Joe. Like that's what when you watch Joe Burrow. So that's the reason why I'm putting him at second. I just want to clarify that. It's not because, well, yeah, everybody knows about Jamar Chase and we don't know, and T. Higgins and the crew is cool, but it's Joe be like, oh, whoa, and then it's, oh, damn. Like, that's the story of Joe Burrow.
So I think T. Higgins is going to have a massive year this year.
Okay.
T. Higgins will not be as much of a star as Jamar Chase. He may shock people more than Jamar Chase is going to shock people this year. He's going to impress from what he did last year, which he was good. He's going to take another step next this year. That's what I think.
I got you.
Anyway, AFC South, possibly the worst division in football. Unless you want to count the East, but they do have the AFC East, but they have the Bills. Right? So, you want me to start this one?
Go ahead.
All right.
Just alternate.
The Houston Texans are finishing last for me. And this one, I mean, listen, I think they're possibly the worst team in the NFL.
I've seen worse.
They've got nothing.
I've seen worse.
You've seen worse?
I've seen
who? Who have you seen?
Go ahead.
There's nothing there. What is it, Davis Mills? They got nothing, man.
Just respect on Derek Stingley Jr., the corner. The corner they got.
This is a bad team. They're going to win 3 games this year, maybe, if they get lucky. I don't know. This is worse than the Jets, I think. By even, like, they have, at least the Jets, they're like, all right, Wilson come back. Maybe we can see a little progress. I don't know what the Texans are looking for here. Like, they're looking at the 2023 NFL draft. I don't know. So I don't think there's any chance they make the playoffs. This is a throwaway year for them. Sorry, Houston. Next, I'm taking Jacksonville. They have potential this year, just because you expect Lawrence to make a jump eventually. You know, their defense is not that good. Their offense has some guys. They've got DJ Chark and what's his name? The number 1 receiver.
Oh, former Lion. I know you, Marvin Jones.
Yeah. So they got some guys. And Lawrence should make a jump. They are a sneaky playoff team to me.
Are you serious?
Sneaky. I'm not putting them in the playoffs. Listen, if Lawrence can make a jump this year, they can get into the wild card.
Stop. Con, please stop. It's episode 1 and you're already starting. Stop, please.
I'm telling you right now, I have them 14th out of 16 teams in the AFC. I am not picking them to go to the playoffs. I am saying Lawrence was one of the most highly rated quarterbacks to come out of college in a long time. Not more than Joe Burrow. He was. He was number 1.
I know. I just don't believe in him.
That's cool if you don't believe in him. I don't believe in him this year, but you would think eventually there has to be some improvement. Last year was not good. There was flashes, but it was not good. He was not even the best rookie quarterback last year. Jacksonville finishes 3rd. Next, I have Tennessee. They have owned this division for a few years. They lost A.J. Brown, which is huge. Derrick Henry's still there. I'm not a big Ryan Tannehill fan at all. I think his job is very easy. They have a very good offensive line. They have Derrick Henry running it. Your job is to run the ball 25 times a game. They never when they expect you to pass. You have something man coverage you can beat. A.J. Brown who could exploit it the whole time. Ryan Tannehill's job is not that easy. He's got time back there. He's made the playoffs. He's lost. They've, like I said, 1 seed last year. But I think the Colts are a much better roster this year. I think they're going to win the division. Matt Ryan finally wants to win again. He's got a team to win here.
Oh, he was trying? I didn't know he was trying.
Listen, the Colts had a playoff team last year, but they had Carson Wentz that made them. They kept him out of the playoffs last year. Matt Ryan is not going to keep a team out of the playoffs. Matt Ryan is going to do what it takes. He wants to win badly. He wants to get back to the Super Bowl. Not saying it's going to happen, but all he can do is think about, I was there a few years ago, didn't get it done. I need to get one more shot. And this is his shot. He's got good receivers. I think Michael Pittman's going to have a breakout year. He's going to be a great receiver. Jonathan Taylor, arguably the best running back in the league. It's a powerhouse on offense. Good defense, too. Very solid defense, some good players. I think it's their division. I think they could go far in the AFC this year, the Colts.
All right. Texas, I really don't want to. Your owner just. I don't want to talk about it. Nick Casario is an idiot.
They don't care about winning. Why are we even talking about him? Who cares?
You know the only interesting thing about the Texans is that Simone Biles, my favorite gymnastic, is a Texans fan. So that's the only real reason I give them. Awesome. I give them the time of day because she likes them. Any other football related doesn't matter. The Jacksonville Jaguars coming in at 3. Yeah, honestly, I could see Texas and Jacksonville being tied for last. I can see, and the only way that they don't get tied for last is because they play each other. So you gotta split, maybe split, but I'm not gonna touch. You see, Travis Etienne comes back this year. Doug Peterson steps back into the coaching role for the first time. You spent a lot of money this offseason. Let's see that you work for once, okay? Uh-huh. Number 2, Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans. I don't understand. You have the easiest job in the world. You, Jimmy Garoppolo, had the easiest jobs in the world. Jimmy Garoppolo got in his own way, and you can't get out the way. I don't understand that. You had A.J. Brown, you had Julio Jones, regardless of what you want to say, Julio in and out the lineup, you still had Julio Jones, you had A.J. Brown. You had Derrick Henry of all people. No, yes, give or take, he was hurt last year, but Foreman did a pretty great job being a Derrick Henry lookalike. The offensive line is fantastic. The defense is underrated sometimes, but they couldn't get off on third down. Mike Vrabel is a good coach, but I think there's sometimes I think his seat's getting a little bit warm because you went to AFC Championship, you got the first, you've been successful, but guess what? You're not doing much. Now, the only problem I have with Indiana is Matt Ryan. You say he's been trying to win. No, he hasn't.
He's not had a team to win since they made the playoffs back after the year after they went.
That's fine, but here's what I'm going to say. Carson Wentz was the reason why this team didn't go to the playoffs last year.
Correct.
Phillip Rivers looked better than Carson Wentz.
And Rivers was not that good.
Phillip Rivers is 96 years old playing quarterback. He throws like this. Look, he throws like this. He can't even throw the ball no more. So here's my thing. You have to be better than Phillip Rivers. Look, Indiana should be an 11-win team, 11-12-win team. They should be. They have the offense to do it. The defense is underrated. DeForest Buckner, Shaq Leonard. He doesn't like to go by Darius. He goes by Shaq now. You got Stephon Gilmore, which a lot of people forget about. Stephon Gilmore chose to go there.
They got a good team, man.
They have a good team. Whatever number he picked, I don't know whatever number he picked. Whatever number Matt Ryan picked is who is Matt Ryan stuck to lose with.
Hey, Nick Foles behind him too.
Okay. Let's move on. I'm not going to.
And let me say this. The doubt for the Colts fans would be that the Titans have just owned them the last how many years? They've just, no matter what, last year should have been their division. They threw it away. The Titans, first of all, were great, much better in the regular season last year. But the Titans have just owned this division for a while. I think it's finally the Colts' time. Tannehill is not that special. I think we're going to finally see that this year. And that's it. So 3 for 3. We agree on the division winners. Let's go to the AFC West.
All right, this is the hardest division in all football.
This is the best division in football. Talent.
All these guys can go to the playoffs
easily.
It's so hard to put somebody at last place. The team I'm putting at last place right now is the Denver Broncos. I don't know anything about them. I don't know much about the quarterback. Not the quarterback, the coach. He worked with Aaron Rodgers. The pieces are still, offensively, like we know what Jerry Judy brings to. We know what KJ Hamler and Corey Sutton. The run game to me, Javonte Williams is strong. Offensive line is going to get better. I had a chance to meet Garrett Bowles and offensive line. The defense is good, but I just don't like the coach. I don't know what the coach is. Number 3, Kansas City Chiefs.
Whew, man.
I'm being harsh. I like Bieniemy. I like Pat Mahomes. I'm not a big fan of his brother. All right, his brother's another story that I don't want to get in. I don't want to talk about. You lose Tyreek Hill. It's like, look. I'm gonna be honest. Do you know how much Tyreek Hill meant to that offense? We're gonna find out this year. You lose Tyrann Mathieu in the secondary. That's another piece. Chris Jones was out all last year. The pass rush was like that. Well, Sorensen is hot garbage if he's even still there. It's Pat Mahomes. I'm giving him respect because it's Patty Mahomes boy, but other than that, there's just nothing else. I mean, you got Hardman, you got Travis Kelce. They're going to put work in. Stop. They're going to put work in. Stop. They're going to put work in. But I saw Pat Mahomes struggle last year, and that was with Tyreek Hill. So let's see how this goes. At number 2, I'm going to Raiders. I'm buying the hype. Chandler Jones on defense. New face in Josh McDaniels, even though his first coaching round sucked. You got Devontae Adams, the best wide receiver. This is going to be here, no controversy. You go back to Henry Ruggs. You go back to John Gruden. Like, everybody this is a controversy-free zone. You rebuilt all the mistakes that Mike Mayock made with Chandler Jones. And then you got guys like Hunter Renfrow, who's a dog. Darren Waller, who's looking for a new contract, who's going to be a dog. Derek Carr, who has a dog mentality sometimes, has moments. Josh Jacobs, you're going to turn up this year, Josh. But there's no reason why this team can't be a playoff team. Let me just get to all these teams in this division are playoff teams.
Easily.
And number 1, Justin Herbert, my fantasy quarterback. And not because he's that, but look, you were just an idiotic coach away from going to. All you have to do is take the tie. You guys are both going to the playoffs. Justin Herbert every year improves. I mean, that game versus Cleveland last year, where it was him and Baker Mayfield. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Baker Mayfield actually did something right for once. They were shooting out. You get J.C. Jackson. You're going to get Derwin James back. Hopefully, Joey Bosa stays healthy this year. Khalil Mack is back. Offense, you got Mike Williams. So Austin Eckler is established. So the offensive line is getting better. Keenan Allen still that guy. I'm buying the hype. I'm all in.
So here's what I'll say. We've agreed for the most part with the first 2 divisions. My AFC West is almost the exact opposite of what of your AFC West. Okay?
Okay.
So I'm starting at 4th, the Las Vegas Raiders. Look, it's a good team. And I like Derek Carr to an extent. He's not the most talented quarterback.
Wait, you put Vegas at 4?
I put Vegas at 4.
Okay.
I like Derek Carr to an extent. I think he's a smart quarterback. He's not the most talented quarterback. He is what he is. Derek Carr has been Derek Carr his entire career. He is what he is. Adams is going to help. Waller healthy is going to help. Still no run game. And that hurts. This is going to be a very fun team to watch. I don't know if the defense is there. This very easily can be a playoff team. I don't see it, though.
You don't see it.
I'm going to have them just missing the playoffs and 4th in division because this division is going to be good either way. It's going to be tough to get a good record in this division. You're going to be playing these teams. You got 6 tough games right there automatically. I think they're the worst roster up and down in this division. Then it gets tough. The next 3 are all playoff teams. I'll start with that. 3, I have the Los Angeles Chargers. Here's what I'll say. Every year, the Chargers have the talent, but they are the Vikings of the AFC. They're talented.
How dare you call Justin Herbert Kirk Cousins? That is so damn disrespectful. Hold on. No.
I didn't call Justin Herbert.
No, you implied it. It's implied. That is implied.
I'm talking about their team.
Go ahead.
All the hype, finishing around 500 every year.
Go ahead. That's so damn disrespectful.
That's what I'm saying. Listen, They have all the hype all year on offense. They got all the tools, and somehow they still can't get it done. They finished around 500 last year. They missed the playoffs improbably last year. Improbably. I think they make the playoffs. I think they squeak in the playoffs this year because Herbert is going to have a big year no matter what happens. Herbert's going to have a big year. I like Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, of course. Eckler's a good player. Offense can be fun. Can they get it done on defense? Can they get stops? And can they actually start to win games? That we're going to find out. So I have them in third. 2, I have Kansas City.
You're part of the Jackson Mahomes fanboy club. That's what you are.
For putting him in second, here's what I honestly will say. I can say I think they have become underrated this year.
Okay.
Everyone has jumped off the Kansas City bandwagon. Listen, they lost Hill. It's understandable. They didn't look that great last year, even though they beat Buffalo. Their defense looked like it was in shambles against Cincinnati and a large part of the first half of the regular season. Their defense, you said, got worse. But their offense, no matter what you say with losing Hill, is still a well-oiled machine with that system Andy Reid has running it. Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league.
Let me ask you this question.
And they're going to run the table.
Can I ask you this question?
By run the table, I mean second. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I ask you this question? Wasn't Patrick Mahomes a problem to the Chiefs offense last year?
I think for the first half of the season, he turned it around.
For taking big play Pat. Like, you can't always go for the big play. It's okay to get 5 yards and 6 and 7. You can't always get 40 and 35 and 75 yard touchdown. That's the reason why I had them coming in third.
I understand it. And listen, I just think they're a little overhated this year because I think I understand that you can be off the Chiefs. Like, they're not you don't think they're the same powerhouse number 1 team in the AFC anymore. Yes. But the offense is still one of the best in the league by far. Andy Reid, his system is perfectly built for Mahomes. He runs it better than any other quarterback could. Don't really have a run game. Haven't needed it these last few years. I like Kansas City more than the Chargers because Kansas City has proven it.
Okay.
Then I'm going to take Denver to win this division.
Okay.
So here's what I'll say. Denver was a 500 team last year, right? They did it with their defense, and they did it with Drew Lock at quarterback. This team is the exact same as it was last year, and you're swapping Drew Lock for Russell Wilson.
You don't got Noah Fan either, just so you know that.
Who cares about Noah Fan? No offense.
Who cares about okay.
I don't care about Noah Fan. They've got that Albert guy, Alberto.
Who?
I don't know.
Exactly. My point.
They got Jared Jeudy could easily break out this year.
Okay.
Cortland Sutton's a good receiver. We'll see about the run game with Williams and Gordon, but still a good duo. And the defense is definitely top 10 in the league, arguably top 5 in the league, and will be better with a better offense, I think.
I'm gonna just say this, Kyle.
Yep.
Do me a favor. So when you came in your room, right? Did you hear fanatic, let's ride? Because that's what it feels like you did right there. You just hit a Russell Wilson. There's no way in heck, and I said it at the start. This team just easily can be. They can all these teams go to the playoffs. All the teams I trust to go to the playoffs, it's not this one.
I trust Russell Wilson. He knows how to get there.
Okay.
And what he just signed, like a 4-year deal? This is it. This is his end of his career right here. He's ending with Denver. Yeah. So, anyway, okay, so we have run a little long, but I'm going to go – I'm going to say we have 3 of the same division winners, Buffalo, Baltimore, Indianapolis. You've got LA winning the West. I've got Denver. So who are your other 3 playoff teams?
Out of the West or just in general?
No, out of the AFC. Your wildcard teams.
I'm going to give it to the Bengals.
Yep.
Definitely going to give one to the Raiders.
Sure. No way Kansas City misses the playoffs, right?
I'm going to give one to Kansas City.
Fair.
And then obviously you got the division winner in Indiana. There's no way Tennessee goes this year.
And then all of a sudden, if you're in the playoffs and Kansas City is the 7th seed, you think you got a good matchup, first or second round, and all of a sudden you're playing Mahomes again in the playoffs. No matter what, they're going to be dangerous.
They're going to be dangerous, but Just remember, number 10 is not there.
He's not. All right. Let's head to the NFC.
I literally watched number 10 before we go. I literally watched number 10, and you can ask all the Western New York fans. I literally watched number 10 snatch their soul and not go to the Eastern, the conference championship. That's how good number 10 was, and Pat Mahomes are together. We don't know.
I think it's more the Chiefs. I'm gonna be honest. I think it's the whole system than Hill.
Okay.
And they still got Kelsey, who will be their biggest piece. And they got that system's it's a well-oiled machine. That's what I'm saying. All right, let's go to the NFC.
Good.
Let's start with our NFC East.
No bias. Already.
No bias.
No bias.
No bias. We are Eagles fans, as a heads up. So you want to start with this one?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna let you go.
All right. I had the Giants finishing last in this division. They're just It could be Washington, but I mean, I don't know what they're doing anymore. What are you guys doing, Daniel Jones? Just give it up. It's over. It's over. He failed. He failed. It's done. You guys got the only thing I'll say is maybe look for Barkley to have a rebound year. The injury really killed him, but he's a good running back. Maybe look for him to have a rebound year. They're a mess of a franchise. They've been a mess of a franchise for a long time. They're finishing in last. Next, we got Washington. We got Carson Wentz, our good buddy.
Who's our? Not mine.
He's not mine either.
He's not mine either, so I don't know why you said.
I don't know. They're not that good either. They got Terry McLaurin, who I really like. Wentz is looking to prove something in the NFL. He's a loser through and through. He's a complete loser.
Strong words.
Yeah. I like their defense. I think they're a better roster than the Giants. Chase Young, possibly Defensive Player of the Year candidate, sleeper. I don't know. They're in third. There's two better teams in this division. No bias. Second, I have the Dallas Cowboys. Listen, they are a good roster. They did not make any moves this offseason. What did they do?
Lost, actually.
Yeah. How did they get better in any way? I don't know. I mean,
Anthony Barr.
Yeah. Anyway. They were disappointed last year, honestly. I thought they would make a better run than they did. But San Francisco proved to be a pretty good team. Jimmy G, yes, but San Francisco is one of the phenomenal roster. Yeah, Dallas, listen, I don't know what they're doing with Zeke and Tony back there. I say either stick with one. I don't like the two duo. I don't like having a running back with committee. Even if it's a good duo, the Browns run it more. They run it better because they are more running offense. Tony Pollard, you put him in a slot and stick with Zeke, as a running back, in my opinion. But CeeDee Lamb's got a big year too.
Why don't you use Zeke as a fullback? Because that's expensive, blocker down the backfield. I'm sorry. I'll wait for my turn. I'm sorry.
No, it's good. It's good. No problem.
I'm sorry.
I think they're a worse roster than the Eagles this year. The Eagles, unlike the Cowboys, improved dramatically this offseason. Defense, Hassan Reddick, great player. Offense, A.J. Brown. I'm not going to be strong, but a really, really, really talented receiver. It's Jalen Hurts that's going to hold them back. He's got all the tools this year to win on offense. But I think Dak's better than Jalen Hurts right now. But the Eagles have the tools. They got to figure out what they're doing with the running backs. I hope Sanders can have a better year. Maybe he can, get in the end zone for once in his life. But yeah, the Eagles are a better team for me. This is. I think they win. Maybe they end up winning this comfortably. I don't know. It never is easy with the NFC East. I don't think Washington and the Giants are going to be contending. It's the Eagles division.
All right. I'm going to start today. I'm campaigning for Tyrod Taylor to be the starting quarterback of the New York Giants. I had enough of this Daniel Jones mess. He's, what? Outside of UConn, right? My second favorite college, and this is personal because I have family members that play Duke football there. It's Duke.
Uh-huh.
Daniel Jones, he called pass from Daniel Jones. That's his boy.
Yeah.
But here's my problem. Daniel Jones is not good. He's not. Any man that could trip and fall on his way to the end zone that's wide open and then they don't score a touchdown is not good. I mean, this is a disgrace. Kyle, I'll keep it short and sweet. Put Tyler Taylor in. Please do.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Please do. The only real reason why Tyler Taylor is not started is because they punctured his lung and Justin Herbert lit it up. That's why he's not started. Let's be honest. Tyler Taylor has some success. He's also a Super Bowl champion, by the way, but let's not talk about that. Washington. It's Carson Wentz, man. It's because the offensive line is, you lost Sheriff. You don't have Trent Williams no more. I like McKissick. I like Gibson. That's nice running backs. McLaurin's really nice. Jahan Dawson's going to be nice.
That's right, I do.
And then you have a whole bunch of, when they're not fighting each other, that pass rush is pretty dominant. There's no Chase Young for 4 weeks. Washington's nice, but here's my thing. Carson Wentz is not that guy. Far from that guy. He's like broken. Ron Rivera is a nice coach. The owner, not some nice things I gotta say about him. The good thing about Washington is they have a name now. It's called the Commanders. I was all for with the Washington Warriors. It just rolled on the tongue easily. But number 2, the Dallas Cowboys. You lost Amari Cooper. You didn't fill that up. You got James Washington. Oh, never mind. He's out 10 weeks. You have Dak Prescott, who they keep saying this is he. I love it every year. I love Dak Prescott. I'm not a Dak Prescott hater. He goes there and he stands there with his white cowboy shirt. And he said, "This is all year. I feel good about it." And guess what happens? They fall off a cliff. Jerry Jones is getting old, by the way. So TikTok, you guys got to win before. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's getting old.
I don't know if it's gonna happen.
It's not. And the defense, it's not even about who you added. You guys are still penalty strong team, driven team. You guys are terrible. You guys are like.
Oh, that playoff game was.
That playoff game made me laugh. I got so much joy. Tom, your coach is not intelligent. You can't tell time to save his life.
Your coach is an unintelligent human being.
Far from it. The only good thing about going to the Dallas Cowboys this season is that Trayvon Diggs looked nice in camp. It's like, nah, he got burnt by CeeDee Lamb a couple times. So, I don't know. Michael Parsons on the positive side, so you guys are going to be cool there. I think you guys should have kept Jalen Smith and got rid of Leighton Vander Esch, but who am I to say? And number 1 is our hometown team, the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm going to go out and say this. Howard Roseman said something that really struck me today. I messed up with the Jalen Reagor pick. I know you did. I know you did. And, dude, I was waiting for him to say that for so long. And when I had to text my other friend. For those who don't know.
Did he really say that today?
He did say that. He said it. It's on the Fanatic or WIP, whatever the Eagle station is. He said it.
That's about time.
Every time Justin Jefferson gritties an end zone, I want to slap Howard across his face.
Off topic, but do you remember during the draft when they was the Eagles pick and they showed Jefferson on the phone and we all were like thinking, that's it, we got him.
We did it.
He's on the phone. He's talking to Howie right now. We got him. It's over. And all of a sudden I'm like,
they picked a dude that was in his living room for crying out loud.
Terrible.
Oh my gosh, man. I couldn't.
Terrible.
Every time Justin Jefferson scores, I make it a point to let everybody know that matter of fact, let's talk about this. JJ Arcega-Whiteside over DK Metcalf. Okay. Then and even over AJ Brown as well. I'm pretty sure. Andre Dillard over AJ Brown. Yeah.
That is true.
Then you have just recently Jalen Reagor with Justin Jefferson. That one stings because you know why that one stings? Because DK Metcalf, I don't care no more. I mean, DK kind of drama case. But Justin Jefferson, every mark my words, he'll be a number 1 wide receiver 1 year. As soon as Kirk Cousins doesn't throw him a pass anymore, he'll be number 1.
Yeah.
He'll be number 1. But to go back to the Eagles as a whole, additions, AJ Brown. Devontae Smith is going to get better because AJ Brown is there. The offensive line, whether you like him or not, Jordan Mailata,
They got an offensive line.
They got offensive line. Cam Jurgens. If your center, Hall of Fame center, goes out and picks a center,
Oh yeah.
He's going to be good.
Yeah.
Also, too, Dallas Goedert. The offense is not even the exciting part to me. It's the damn defense. I mean, James Bradbury, Darius Slay, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, Kayvon Wallace, I hope will actually be good one day. If not, you got Jaquiski Tart. And then my favorite part of the team right here, you got the linebackers. You got Edwards. You got Kazir White. You got Nakobe Dean, who will be a star here. Just give him some time.
Kazir White's going to have a good year.
Kazir White, Hassan Reddick. And then you got Fletcher Cox, who this is probably his last year here. Because you got Milton Williams and Javon Hargraves. But guess what? You got this big one named Jordan Davis, who just is a man amongst boys. Literally, or shoot, a boy amongst men. And then you got Brandon Graham, who looks healthy. So, and then you got Josh Sweat. I mean, come on, man. I'm excited. I think this team should win. This team on paper, if you look at it, this should be a 14-13 win team. But listen, whatever number one brings to the table is what you're going to get.
That's it.
And that damn Jonathan Gannon. Oh man, I want him going. I never rooted for someone other like okay, come.
You don't like the no blitzing, huh?
Just hear me out. When the coaching process was going on, I am a big supporter of black coaches, like Brian Leftwich, all these guys getting head coaching jobs. Right? Because there's not a lot of them in the league. But there's one guy that I really wanted to get a job, and he didn't get a job. Not Brian Flores, not Brian Leftwich. It was damn Jonathan Gannon. I wanted him gone. I never wanted a coach like him to get a job so bad just so he wouldn't be here no more.
Wow.
Goodness gracious. Yeah, wow indeed.
Hey, we got a good defense this year. It's hard for him to fail this year.
Oh, he will.
And we got a lot to say about the Eagles, but if we do, we're going to be talking for 2 hours, so we'll leave that for another time. But it's going to be a fun year, no matter what.
What's next? NFC North and NFC South?
NFC North. Good answer.
I got this.
Let's hear it. What is coming here? Oh, man.
The Lions will be in last place again.
Okay.
And I'm not laughing because of that. I really like Dan Campbell. I like everything they're building there. It's just not their time. I don't think they're Hard Knocks. I didn't even watch it, but I just don't.
I saw the Jamal Williams video. That's about it.
But I just don't think that Jared Goff is the answer. But you're stuck with him for a couple more years.
I'm not a Jared Goff guy either.
Who I have coming 3? That goddamn Kirk Cousins. I mean, he's awful. Kirk Cousins is awful. Oh my gosh.
You can't do this to the man.
What do you mean? I can't. I will. Yeah. Watch me do it.
Wow.
Answer this question for me. How in the heck were they better with Case Keenum, who is a glorified backup, and you, my friend, couldn't get money from Washington? You have robbed everybody from money. Dude, he robbed like $80 million, and he's been average. He's been mediocre. He's been more pathetic. You had Stephon Diggs, and then you had Adam Thielen, and you couldn't do nothing. Then, wait a minute. Oh, and then don't forget you had Dalvin Cook too. Then, wait a minute. You get rid of Stephon Diggs. You bring in Justin Jefferson, who's just as great. You still got Adam Thielen. You still got that. Oh, but you're worse. What is going on? Like, dude, you getting paid $80 million to be average? I didn't know that was possible. Now, coming in number 2, Justin Fields and the Bears.
This is shocking.
I have high hopes for this team. I don't know why.
Wow.
You get rid of Matt Nagy. That's a major upgrade.
That's big.
You get rid of Ryan Pace. That's another major upgrade. You can't go down. All right. Montgomery in the backfield.
Pretty good.
You don't really have that many great wide receivers anymore, but you'll make it work. It's just going to be proving here. And you could interchange Minnesota at 3 and put them at 2 but I just think that Justin Fields, as long as he's being competitive, and he showed flashes last year of him being great. And then number 1 is going to be Aaron Rodgers. It's just going to be. I mean, that's a bad man. They're going to transition to the run game. The wide receivers are garbage, but that's why you got Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon in the backfield. You're going to run the football a little more. Defense is going to be nice. You're getting Jair Alexander back. You're getting Eric Stokes, who should have been a wide receiver, you ask me, but because you don't draft Aaron Rodgers any help. So that's the NFC North for you, just like that. Kirk Cousins is miserable and pathetic and needs to just not play quarterback no more. Jared Goff is underperforming as always, but I don't expect much. Justin Fields will have a new offensive system, hopefully a coach with a brain cell that can actually do more than what Matt Nagy did. And other than that, Aaron Rodgers.
So here's what I'll say.
What you got?
I agree the Lions are the worst team in this division.
Okay.
Jared Goff is not the guy, he shouldn't be the guy for anybody. Really, he can be assistant quarterback, sure. A good offense around him. Lions are nothing special. They got some young guys though. They're gonna work. Maybe build a team in a few years. I don't see it this year. I think they're one of the worst teams in the conference. I have been last. Next, I have Chicago. New system, but no new tools for me.
That's fine.
I think Fields is not a quarterback that's going to play well without the tools. Should take a little bit of a jump, but it's not going to be easy. And it's not going to be that much of a jump without anybody to help. Darnell Mooney, sure.
Put some respect on his name because he has some nice moments.
I'll put a little respect on his name.
Put some respect on his name, not little. If you put Kirk Cousins at 2, I might walk off this.
There's no other option. I'm putting Kirk.
Yes, there is.
Everybody put Chicago at 3. Now listen, the hate for Kirk Cousins is fair. Okay? It is very, very fair for the Vikings to be wasting the talent of Dalvin Cook every single year. And this offense, Justin Jefferson, oh my God, what a player. Adam Thielen, another good wide receiver. They're just throwing it down the toilet every year. But they got to get it done eventually. They got to win 10 games. They say they squeak into the wild card. Finally.
I'm actually disappointed. You put Kirk Cousins at 2.
Who am I going to put? I don't like – this is a better team.
Honestly, and I'm not joking. And I know this sounds really biased towards Kirk Cousins. I'd rather you put anybody else at 2 than them because he always fails. He always fails.
He failed, and he's going to fail eventually, but it's just not – Chicago's not good enough, man. They're not good enough for me.
Okay, we'll put somebody – go ahead.
Detroit? What am I going to put? Who else am I going to put?
Ain't no damn Kirk Cousins at 2. I'll tell you that much.
So Chicago? For you, yeah, sure. I don't think it's that – no, yeah. Anyway, I think this is actually an easy pick for me. And if Kirk plays well, watch out, is what I'll say.
Ooh, I'm scared. Ooh, he's going to complete, what, 5 more passes and 6 more touchdowns? Ooh, I'm scared. Ooh.
Listen, they're a losing franchise. They're a sad.
You could crush Russell.
But they have talent. They have talent,
and a talentless quarterback.
Eventually, the talent is gonna pay off.
They have talent and a talent. Any man that dances like this, you ever seen the Kirk Cousins dance where he just swung like any man that dances like that just is talentless, just no rhythm, just nothing.
He wants to win. He tries.
He wants to win.
He does.
He wants to win.
He does.
I haven't heard Kirk Cousins scream. You like that since he left Washington. Kirk, I do like that. I do like the fact that you're average, but you're robbing money. Please, Kirk, answer my tweet. How you do it? I would love to get $80 average. Imagine the college went to, right? Gave me my refund for being an average student. Like, I imagine me not passing as like let's say I take 5 classes, I only pass 2 of them. I'm average, but I still get paid for it. That's what Kirk Cousins is. He is an average person. Excuse me, but he's an average person. He sucks. He is garbage. And then the defense, oh my God. It's not even a deep. Pat Pete is old as dirt.
They just got to pull out some games.
Who?
They just got to pull out some games this year.
Kirk Cousins going to pull out some games.
They are better than Chicago. That is not a debate for me.
I highly doubt that.
Green Bay's going to win the division yet again. Probably. This isn't sure some for me, but they're going to win the division. Aaron Rodgers, he doesn't have that many options on offense, but he's going to make options. Okay? Maybe one of their rookies. They got some rookies in there, Dubes and all these guys.
Sammy Watkins, man. Been around all the places.
Sammy Watkins not that good, but,
I know, there's someone with hands.
Aaron Rodgers will make it happen. He's going to get to the playoffs again, no doubt. This is his division. He owns these teams. It's his show. And he's, it's Aaron Rodgers. That's all I got to say for me.
I don't got nothing else to say, but that was disrespectful. List. Congo's talk about I'm wrong. He's gonna put Kirk Cousins at 2. He sucks. I don't want to hear it. Go ahead. What excuse do you have?
The Vikings are a sleeper to win this division.
Stop. I don't want to do this no more. Stop.
Just throwing it out there.
I want to go to the NFC South. This is arguably the worst division.
We're going south. We're going south.
This is arguably the worst division.
Yeah, it's not great.
I do have a sleeper though, and this will upset a lot of people. I don't care. Go ahead.
All right, I'm starting with Atlanta Falcons. I'll go a little quicker because we are hitting the hour mark.
Yeah.
Atlanta Falcons last. This is the worst roster in football by far. They suspended Calvin Ridley for a year for nothing, for doing nothing wrong. I'm sorry, but gambling $1,000 on your own team is not a crime.
Yes, it is.
It is not a crime.
Yes, it is.
It is not a crime. The NFL is the most corrupt organization.
Okay. You're a gambling guy. That's why. Okay.
Falcons are terrible. Worst roster in football.
Okay.
Next is Baker Mayfield in Carolina.
You're joking, right?
I'll say this about the Panthers. They're a sleeper team this year. I can see Baker surprising some people because he's not the worst quarterback in my opinion. Cleveland was a bad situation for him. It was never going to work out. Matt Rule wants to prove himself. Baker wants to prove himself. Watch out for Carolina. But I think they're the third best team in this division. Next up is the Saints. Jameis is back. Jameis is not that bad.
I know he's not.
He's not as bad as some people like to say he is. And the Saints were a good team when he was playing last year. Alvin Kamara is still there. Michael Thomas is back. Slant boy himself. Watch out for the Saints, too. Jameis is not a quarterback you want if you want to be a serious contender, and their team isn't that serious. But I think it's fair to say they're better than Carolina, so I'll take them second. And possibly a playoff team. Number 1, Tampa Bay. This is the best team in the NFC. Tom Brady is going to farewell, and he's going to farewell.
NFC?
Yeah, I'd say so.
No.
And listen, Tom Brady wants to go out with a bang. He may win. He is a contender for MVP for me. Their lineup, their offense has only gotten better. It is ridiculously deep. It is amazing. Fournette is a good running back. Line is fantastic. The weapons don't end. You have Julio Jones as maybe your 4th guy. The defense, we saw what it was last 2 years, especially 2 years ago, but still, obviously, you know who the defensive coordinator is. Todd Bowles, great coach. I really like Tampa Bay this year. I really do.
I could tell. You had a lot of positive things to say about it.
Good.
I'm in agreement. Atlanta Falcons coming last for me. All right. There's no direction. I don't know what's going on here, but you guys will figure it out. Number 3 is the Saints for me. I like James Winston, but there's no Sean Payton. Sean Payton's the offensive guru. I don't know the situation with Alvin Kamara. He could go in. Remember, he had some trouble. Is Slant Boy actually going to play a full year? I don't know.
He's a joke, but anyway.
That's strong words from a guy who put him at second. Jarvis Landry's nice. It's cool. You got Tyrann Matthew. That's nice, but it all falls with James Winston. Your backup is Taysom Hill.
I do not like Taysom Hill.
Neither do I.
Anyway.
Let's see. I got Carolina at 2.
Okay.
I like Carolina with Baker Mayfield if Christian McCaffrey can stay healthy and they run the football and Baker turns into a game manager. You got DJ Moore. You got guys like Robbie Anderson. If you're Robbie Anderson, I feel bad for Robbie Anderson. Imagine this: you get away from Sam Darnold, right? Just for Sam Darnold to come down the same year, and then like, oh well, we're gonna bring in we're gonna bring in Baker Mayfield. So if you're Robbie Anderson, that's tough. But I still like the offense. Matt Rule has improved a lot to me.
Yeah.
I like the defense they have. Shaq Thompson, J.C. Horn, who I'm a big fan of, Jeremy Chin, Dante Jackson. The list goes on and on. That's the only real reason. I think they're the second best team in the NFC South. And then obviously I can't go against Tom Brady, but I'm interested to see is that same fire and desire of Tom Brady still there? I mean, you're gonna get 100 from Tom Brady, but I don't know.
It's always there, man.
It's always gonna be to understand that, but I'm just they're calling the best team in the NFC. I actually have a better team than that. But,
Okay. Well, they might be in the NFC West, another good division. I wouldn't say the best. It's got some good teams in there. So you want to start with this one?
I do. I'm putting the Seattle Seahawks last. I mean, Drew Lock, Geno Smith. I don't know who's behind center. I generally don't even care. Jamal Adams, you picked wrong. You picked New York Jets part 2. Number 3. This is tough. I'm going to say the 49ers. I'm going to say the 49ers because I don't know what Trey Lance is going to be yet. I don't know if signing Jimmy Garoppolo helps. But Elijah Mitchell, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle Skittles, Nick Bosa. Like, these guys are going to be nice, but I just got to see more Trey Lance. I didn't see a lot of them. Number 2, I hope he studied and I hope he did his homework because Kyler Murray, I'm putting you at 2. Look, I'm sick of this, man. Like, you have to do well. You have to do great. You don't have DeAndre Hopkins for the 8 games, which you could argue that San Francisco might be number 2 because of that. But Kyler Murray, at some point, you were disrespected this all season. You have to show up and perform and show out. So that's why I'm rolling with you at number 2. The defense is also pretty nice with Budda Baker if he comes back this year. I know he was hurt. And finally, Kon, the Super Bowl defending champs. I mean, that's the best team in the NFC, in my opinion. You get Bobby Wagner in return. Aaron Donald, which what you did was pretty messed up, but that's NFL's fault for putting you guys in the joint practice as a Super Bowl. That's stupid. Jalen Ramsey's still there. I don't know the status of Matthew Stafford's elbow, but damn, 50% or not, you still got Cooper Kupp. You got Allen Robinson, what people keep sleeping on, especially the guys in the fantasy football league.
Agreed.
Odell Beckham Jr. will be a Ram again. I'm calling it. I feel like he's just holding out right now just because of injury. There's no point in really, being around. Just enjoy your offseason until you come back. You still got Cam Akers. You got everybody. But it's just the fact that you got a smart little linebacker, Bobby Wagner. You got Leonard Floyd. You got a whole bunch of other people. The offensive line's a little bit suspect. It's a little bit banged up. But I still believe the Rams are the best team in the NFL, or NFC at least, until proven otherwise, until the next Super Bowl. That's my personal opinion, Kon. And I'm rolling with it. And Sean McVay, great coach. And my bad, Raheem Moore, the defensive coordinator for the Rams.
Ah, okay.
Always a good. I'm going with that.
All right. Seahawks, I don't even want to say much besides, hey, let's see if Drew Lock can, he's got weapons now. Maybe he can turn it around. Let's see. They're finishing last in the division. Third, I have strong opinions about this one. Okay. Arizona Cardinals. Kyler Murray is a bum. The Cardinals were the biggest frauds last year, more so than the Titans. What was this team? 9-0. They played bums. They had all the hype. Kyler Murray gets all the credit. Kyler Murray is nothing. He is nothing special. He is a slightly above average quarterback, maybe. And he's not.
Are you? Oh, wait a minute. Hell no. I'm not standing for this. Wait a minute. Are you saying Kirk Cousins is better than Kyler Murray?
No, I'm not.
Is that what you just said?
No, I did not say
Because when I think of average, I think of Kirk Cousins. Well, that's below average in my opinion. But go ahead. I'm sorry. I need to relax.
Nah, it's good. It's good.
First episode.
I never said he's better than Kirk Cousins. I mean, I say he is better than Kirk Cousins. I would say because he's got mobility. I don't think he has the most arm talent. I think he's completely overrated. I think the Cardinals are not that good. I think the Cardinals will not only finish third, they will miss the playoffs, and they may win. They may shock people how bad they are this year.
Oh, come on, man! Stop.
I do not like the Cardinals at all.
I could tell.
Plus, they have 2 teams ahead of them that are much better.
Okay.
San Francisco, the best roster in this division, in my opinion. They have Trey
You
Lance,
don't even know what the kid can bring.
the best roster. Quarterback is its own thing. Trey Lance, I'm ready to see. He's got a great offensive system built for him. Will be built for him, I'm assuming. Shanahan. You get rid of Garoppolo. I mean, you replace Garoppolo with a talent. Garoppolo is a nothing. He's a game manager. But Lance is going to bring you something else. I hope.
Sure.
I hope. If not, say he's average. 49ers are an amazing team. Offensive and defensive. I know Debo wants to be a wide receiver. Right? He doesn't want to run the ball. Contract reasons, health reasons, whatever. Doesn't matter. Their offense is stacked. Up and down. Ayuk and Kittle too. I love the 49ers. They could easily win this division, in my opinion. I'm taking the Rams to win it, though. I trust Stafford more. They're the defending champs. It's gonna be loud in that stadium every week.
Are you sure? Because I checked.
Even for LA, it's a big stadium.
No, not even that. Because like 90% of it's always away fans.
Yeah, no, there's no Rams fans anyway, but it'll be packed with a bunch
No,
of
there's no LA fans except for Lakers and Dodgers.
Yeah. So anyway, it's the Rams division. Still got a top defense in the league. They still got talent all the way through. I like the Rams to win the division, but probably not to go far in the playoffs. So real quick, 3 other playoff teams. You got Rams, Bucks, Packers, Eagles in the division. Who else is going to the playoffs?
I'm giving Carolina a playoff spot. They're going to sneak in.
Okay.
I'm giving it's between San Francisco and Cardinals. You don't trust Cardinals. I trust Cardinals. I got to see what Trey Lance. I'm giving it to Cardinals right now. If I had to give another playoff spot, it probably would come out of NFC West. So just give it to San Francisco again. One of those or both. So that's how. Yeah.
And Dallas stays out, huh?
Well, here's my thing.
It's tough.
It's tough because look, it's hard to argue that Dallas is better than San Francisco when we saw it or not.
That's a good point.
It's also hard to argue when you didn't make any real improvements. So I'm staying here today. I could be wrong, but I just think the NFC West has more representatives than anybody else.
It's fair. I'm taking San Francisco through the 5th. I think they can win the division anyway. Taking the Minnesota Vikings. They got to get in once. And to me, this comes down to the Cowboys and the Saints. I don't think the Cardinals are going. I don't think it's the Panthers. I think it's the Cowboys and the Saints. I'm going to take the Cowboys to go to the playoffs. They'll get the 7th spot. They'll get in. I don't know. They'll get in. I do like Jameis Winston, the idea of him getting hot, getting on a run, but I'll take him for now. So let's go to the playoffs. You want to do? Since we ran long, let's just do NFC and AFC Championship. You can do whichever one you want first.
Okay, let's go AFC Championship.
What do you got? Top 2. Just do top 2 teams in the AFC for you.
I got Ravens and Chargers.
I like the Ravens a lot. I think they're a Super Bowl contender. I don't think the Chargers are.
I got Ravens and Chargers.
All right. I will go Buffalo, Denver.
Oh, damn. Wait a minute.
You want to go Buffalo?
Yeah, I want to put Buffalo in there. But, I'm also, I'll ride it out with my pick, but sorry. Maybe I'm going to switch later.
Yeah, it's fine. This is the preseason predictions anyway,
NFC Championship? Go for it. I'll let you go first.
I'll go first. For me, Tampa Bay is getting in. No matter what. They're the best team in the NFC for me. They're going to be playing the 49ers. That's how I see it. Can a first year? I mean, he's second year, but he's rookie quarterback Trey Lance.
I'll make my snappy. I'll make my quick.
Go ahead.
Rams, right?
Yep.
and this is gonna sound biased as hell, but it's not. If Jalen Hurts has a perfect year,
We're going, baby.
and
We're
he does it
going.
the right way, and he has a lot, and I'm talking about a lot. Don't put the hat. You didn't put the hat. You have Velasco. I'm gonna hear it. I'm gonna see that.
Nah, it's got autographs on
Too
it.
late. It's too late. It's too late to put that on there.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
If Jalen Hurts exceeds of expectations, and this is why it could be a Rams Eagles NFC Championship game. But if I want to be safe, Rams. I don't want to say Bucks because I feel like they'll meet up. But I'm gonna ride with mine. I'm gonna ride with my way too early prediction.
I like it.
Ride with my way
All right.
too early.
Ravens Chargers. Who you got to go to the Super Bowl? If that's what you're sticking with.
If I'm sticking with this, probably Chargers. The defense is just a little bit.
I like it. I got Broncos. Broncos Bills. I'm taking Russell Wilson. The Broncos. They're going to the Super Bowl. Why not? That's my. The other team I like a lot is Indianapolis. Because I'm going for I think the AFC is wide open. I don't think it's Buffalo's year. Even with the AFC Championship, I don't think they're going to get it done. I don't know.
Bills Mafia. Before you kill us in the comments, let me just say this: who in the hell said it was y'all's year to go? I'm waiting.
Apparently, everybody. It's not me though. I think it's not. I think it's wide open. Listen, the last two Super Bowl teams have been a good team that has brought in a veteran quarterback. Tom Brady came to a good Tampa Bay team. They needed a quarterback. They got it. They won the Super Bowl. Matt Stafford came to a good LA Rams team. Came in, took them to the Super Bowl. Could it happen again? Russell Wilson comes into a good Broncos team. I'm skeptical about the offense, but that's because they had Drew Lock running it. Jerry Jeudy hasn't had a shot yet.
Con, you're tired, man. You're tired, bro. It's cool. You went to school today. You had a long day.
I believe it.
I'm excused the blasphemy that's coming out your mouth right now.
Broncos, Super Bowl.
Okay.
AFC. How about NFC? Let's go to NFC. What was your game again?
I got Rams, Eagles. That's what I got.
Rams, Eagles. And who's going to the Super Bowl?
Rams will probably win. And it will be a learning experience for the Eagles, for a guy like Jalen Hurts and guys like Nick Sirianni to come back and work even harder.
So we have Rams going back to the Super Bowl facing the Baltimore Ravens for Gaven. I'm going Tampa Bay is going to meet Denver in the Super Bowl. Like I said, the best team in the NFC.
You're crazy, man. I'll be honest with you, man.
Tampa Bay is not a crazy pick in my opinion.
Oh, no. I'm saying
Denver is out there. Denver's out there. But I'm taking a shot because I think the AFC anyone can win it. So you want me to do Super Bowl first? You got it.
Go ahead, and then we'll wrap it up because you're tired, man. You're tired. I can tell. I can see it.
All right. What do we got? I think okay. It's Broncos, Bucks, Tom Brady, Russell Wilson. Can you imagine Brady Wilson rematch?
Yeah, maybe they actually run the ball in the one.
I'm taking the Broncos. Nah, I'm taking the Bucks. Brady goes out on top. He's the king of the world. I'm taking the Bucks. Whatever. That's it.
If it's a Ravens Super Bowl, give me Baltimore and Lamar Jackson signs the world's biggest contract in the history. In contracts.
Lamar's lifting it. Lamar lifts the Lombardi Trophy. Baltimore rejoices. It's good. I liked it. It's good.
I do have breaking news real quick before we head on out of here.
Go ahead.
The Sixers signed Montrezl Harrell to a 2-year. Montrezl Harrell to a 2-year deal with a player option this year. That's great for the bench. We need it. We need all the help you can get. You got rid of.
Maybe we talk about that in another video. Huh?
Another day. This guy's a Sixers hater. He is the depressed New York Knicks fan. Ladies and gentlemen,
I'm not a big NBA guy. I'll say that.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Gaven Kon. That's Constantinos, a.k.a. Kon. We're out.
Goodbye.